Hi, welcome to Indigo Wings Intuitive. I'm going to do a little bit differently than I've done before. I'm going to do a tea leaf reading, so we'll see how this goes and translates on the video. But it's one of the readings that I actually do, and I quite enjoy doing them because they're a bit different. But here's inside the cup that I've done. You will see. Okay. So normally I would use a loose tea Earl Grey is what I took, but I've run out, so I'm using a loose tea with this is green tea, which is a little bit more compact, but you get a different sense of reading. So first of all, I don't know if you can, that feels to me that I'm getting a tree. So we've got full growth of a really strong trunk and tree. We've got a few offshoots there coming up to the top of the cup, but most solidly there it's going around, and it in the middle you can kind of like see a heart. So the growth of the middle of the tree is a heart. So this feels like a we are growing good foundations. They're good solid, they're coming from the heart center. Obviously you can take this as a love, but I am not getting this in a relationship sense. I am getting this as a foundation for you, that you're growing a really good stem, foundations, growth, energies, and it's coming into this heart center. It could also mean for some of you, now take what resonates and leave the rest. If you are in a career that's heart-centered, holistic, all that kind of thing, we are growing good foundations with this as well. And we've got some inspiration coming up, because what I can see where the tree kind of goes off, there's a little fish. Can you see just there? It's like a little fish. So we have opportunities to explore and help in emotions, and because fish can mean lots of different things, but I'm just going to get what I get from spirit in when I've got this. We've got opportunity to delve into where we want to be with our emotions, but we've also got fluid, and I am actually seeing the koi carp, which again is meditation, and they're quite friendly. They're quite a friendly fish. You often see them and they'll come up to the top and touch you, or let you touch them. So it's being tactile. It could be in a career wise that you are actually working with people and having to be interactive. I'm also seeing a horse there. I mean, I don't know if you can actually get that little tiny. Let me see if I can, I'll get a pen and point it out just there. It's not very clear, but it's a tiny little horse, and horses represent strength, they represent freedom, they represent like the chariot. We are moving and striving forward. We are wanting something for ourselves. And that's within that top of that tree. So we are wanting something for ourselves, our heart center, and that growth. Let me see what else we've got. Also, what I've got, because I've got the on the other side there, just at the bottom of the tree, it's kind of gone together, but what spirit are telling me is that's an island. So making your own island, being true to yourself, making your own vantage point is what I'm hearing. So making the best of what you've got around you and making your own vantage point. I'm also seeing the letter C. Hard to tell with the camera where that you can see that, but is a letter C for me that I can see. I can see. Funny enough, I just feel light-hearted with the sea. So I get cartoons, I get childhood, that inner child nurturing. The inner child is what I get with the sea. I'm also seeing a frog right above the sea, so we are taking leaps and bounds forward when we explore and nurture our inner child, our inner fun, our simplicity of why we see things, and our gratitude of things around us. We're taking leaps forward. The frog is a leap forward, and bounding forward. And with the horse as being that I can hear the word chariot, again, we are leaping forward, moving forward, charging forward. The horse is charging forward. See what else I'm getting. Some things just like suddenly just pop out at me when I see them, and then this is in real time, but when I'm reading it, I haven't gone, I've literally just done this cup, and sometimes you just have to kind of examine the cup, see what you're seeing, see what you're feeling, and your intuition comes in, and you start to see the little images. I do want to see right at the bottom of the cup there is a like circle, which is broken circle. Can you see it? That tiny little right there, it's a circle. So something has gone into a circle, a cycle, and is broken. So that feels like it now. You've got to break that pattern, break that cycle, moving forward into that strength of that tree and building the heart center for yourself. We're breaking that cycle. So I have done, when I do the cup, I do it on a saucer. Now if I move the saucer around, it will probably change the picture, but I'll try, because sometimes I read the saucer too. So there's the saucer. I'm going to tip it up. I'll tip it up if I get it any closer, but anyway, it's gone into a nice big round circle. And I'm actually seeing a cat. You probably can't see it from what I am, and if I tip up, I'm going to tip it all over where I'm sat. But there's a cat sat right at the top of the circle, and it's curled around it. So it feels like, you know, the cat is independence. Again, we've got this. The tree is about self-awareness, self-love, self-nurture, foundations of building where you want to be. The cat is independent, it's sassy, it has attitude. The cat is psychic, so being psychic awareness, psychic abilities. It's that, and also the cat can mean nurturing of yourself, and we're open up to the intuition, and the holistic side of life is definitely there. Now, as I'm looking at this, I am seeing two images right next to the tree. I'm seeing a lizard, big iguana type lizard, bigger lizard. And then I'm seeing a figure just sat there contemplating, just sat what looks like to be sat on the side, and the images that I get with it is that they're contemplating. They're sat next to something where they want to nurture their flow of their mind, and they are what looks to be looking at a book, because the image, I don't know if you can see right there, there's an image of someone sat down and he's got a book in front of him, or her, she's got a book in front of her. She's reading, she's relaxing, she's learning something, or not learning something, just for the fun of reading. But something there is nurturing as well. But and we have the lizard. We also have some butterflies in there that I'm seeing, or I want to say a hummingbird, which hummingbird is about fun, self-awareness, flirting with life, and the lizard is what I'm sensing, because each time I see something, the feeling of it can be very different from what I get from the last. I mean, any of these images you can literally Google and say, what does a fish mean? if you want to, but I'm just going to read it intuitively. But the lizard there is ancient knowledge. I feel ancient knowledge with the lizard, because it's from, like, feels like, you know, from way before the dinosaurs and stuff like that. So we've got some ancient knowledge coming to us. We have adaptability also, to adapt to new situations is what I'm getting. So it's for you to adapt to new situations, and that you can leave stuff behind. You know how a lizard sometimes lets go of their tail because they need to go and they're a bit, you know, like that's and they can grow the tail back. That's like, you can let go of something. Again, we're going back to that circle that's got to break its cycle. The feeling of breaking cycles, breaking patterns, comes in with a lizard of some knowledge coming to you, maybe some ancestral knowledge from yourself, some self-awareness coming in, and you can leave some stuff behind. You can break those patterns, okay? And it's all from the heart center, because this big tree is centered around that feeling of coming together. We are growing and purposely moving towards freedom. We are purposely moving through our emotions and beginning a new transformational energy, because we have the flight and coming here. I'm also actually seeing a seahorse. I couldn't think of the word then. I'm seeing a seahorse. I'm going to try and put my finger right underneath where I'm seeing the seahorse, right there. So the seahorse is new perspective. So seeing something from a different perspective. It's feeling like, you know, like it's like one of the only animals where it's the male that carries the babies. So it's a very, very different viewpoint from what we already know as a big thing. So something new is coming in where you're gaining new perspective on something that might change things up for you for the better. Okay, so that's, yeah, I mean, I could probably carry on, because there's always something more when it comes to tea leaves reading, but it takes a while for you to sometimes see these images popping out at you. But there's lots of flight, lots of movement forward in the cup, lots of transformational energy. New perspective is definitely there, breaking patterns, breaking the circle, breaking cycles, and it's all coming from the heart center, building that lovely foundation for yourself and self-nurture and where you want to be so you can flourish. Okay, that's all I've got for this reading. Really enjoy your likes, subscribes and comments, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.